Pankaj, thank you very much for being here today. You have a large expertise on commercial real estate. You're leading a very important company here in India about commercial real estate. And when you talk about commercial real estate in more mature markets like the US and Europe, things are quite slow at the moment. And in India, it's quite the opposite. Would you could you elaborate? Could you tell us more why it's so different here, and could you share some numbers with us?
Sure. So Indian market, especially the metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, NCR region, Bangalore, Hyderabad, you're seeing a lot of demand coming in from GCCs, banks who are looking at not only expansion but also consolidation because the kind of development that's happening. Mostly it's in grade A commercial where developers are looking at this being a viable option in terms of real estate. So they're happy to invest into setting up an ecosystem, not just a commercial building as was earlier. Now everyone is looking at setting up a large integrated development where you have residential, shopping, residential, schools, and within that you have the commercial. So that ecosystem, if you look at most large developments that are happening in India, are focusing on that, where when we see clients move in or come in evaluating the space, they are looking at these kind of developments. Plus, it offers, there is, if you look at Mumbai specifically, there is talent pools sitting in various micro markets. So it's not very difficult. You are getting good talent within that micro market. Infrastructure is improved. If you look at transport, if you look at roads, everything you're seeing, go a few notches up from what it was earlier. And that's why there is interest to come into India, look at these, like I said, key cities for expansion. And the demand and the way the pickup is happening, it's proof that, people are finding India as a destination to move in.
And what about the demand and supply for quality assets? What can you tell us?
I would put it this way that, right now we are playing catch up with the demand. The supply is good right now, but I think after next year you will see a supply dip for a couple of years. But a lot of good marquee assets, a lot of good developments are happening across the country, and probably whatever is the demand right now will get lapped up by next year, and it will help actually get pre-leasing or build to suit kind of demands filled up. And by, I think, 27, 28, you'll again see a lot of supply coming in. So overall, I see that, the commercial space for the next 5 years is pretty healthy in India. And the development is rapidly happening from, Mumbai itself is seeing almost, I think, 4 to 5 million square feet getting leased out every quarter. And that, that's good for almost all cities. Again, like Mumbai is attracting, if you look at more banking, financial, media kind of industries. Bangalore is taking care of the IT. So otherwise also these cities are catering to different kind of industries. Overall, I think it's going to be a good market for the next 5 years.
What could go wrong when a market like this seems that demand is right, the supply is good but not oversupply, the infrastructure is coming in, the government is stable, demand as an economy is solid. Is there anything that would worry you? What could go wrong?
The only few things. One is that, yes, there is going to be more supply, but effectively because of dearth of land in key cities. And it takes a lot of time for approvals. Any new project will take at least a year and a half to launch. So effectively, if we don't have, and government are the best people to kind of consolidate, free up a lot of lands which are stuck to allow development to happen, how Bandra Kurla complex happened. And that allowed a lot of companies to consolidate and come in. I think we need a lot of support from the government. That is one. Second is that, approvals which, can take time. I think somewhere a focus on getting fast track approvals done. Third, I think, getting good EPCs or construction, vendors who can deliver. Because I think with the kind of demand and supply that's happening, we need good quality vendors who can deliver the product, because India ultimately is evolving. It is coming up with grade A assets, but I think we need people who can execute those projects.
Perfect. And as a final question, if you were to start investing in India, would you pick commercial real estate, or is there any other asset class that you believe that would outperform commercial real estate?
I think the only asset class, I mean, again, I'll put it this way: the residential market is, on an upswing, but it has its own, I would say ups and downs, versus commercial, which I say for the next 4-5 years, I don't see a problem. The other segments are data centers and logistics. I think the demand for data centers, if you see the trend over the last 2-3 years, India has really picked up on the data center business. AI, which was supposed to be fictional thing, has become reality, and that's why you need data centers and the kind of development that's happening. And the good part is power is coming out to be cheap. Rather, we are able to manage that, and the only problem is maybe land is expensive. Otherwise, there's a lot of demand and potential to do data centers. And similar basis, with the road networks improving, scope to add logistics or warehousing as a additional real estate segment.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.